Fine, I'll bite. How else can they disgrace Luke Skywalker, pray tell? I am Mecca, and I got a Bounding into Comics article because I don't care who doesn't want me to use their articles. They're okay with it, I'm okay with it, and I like their research and I like the work they do. So, that was actually a thing. Somebody said, oh, you're using their... Yeah, why? What's wrong with it? They have good stuff, and I think I'm on okay terms with them, last I checked. The new Star Wars book to continue to desecrate Luke Skywalker's character. Oh, here we go. A newly announced Star Wars book titled Star Wars Shadow of the Sith will seemingly showcase Luke Skywalker as a failure. Why? Why do we need that? Why do I need this? I don't need to see Luke fucking Skywalker fail and suck on blue tits. I don't care. I mean, maybe I'd watch that one, but I don't need to see him drink blue titty milk. No. As a failure as he chases Ochi of Bestoon across the galaxy. I don't care if he's chasing Odie Mandrell in Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I don't want to see him a failure. The book was announced by Lucasfilm on October 7th in a blog post on the official Star Wars website. A brief description states, The Shadow of a Sith, a novel from author Adam Christopher, takes place after the Star Wars Return of the Jedi and finds Luke Skywalker and Lando Calrissian on a mission to locate Exegol. Alright, that sounds fun so far. I mean, Luke and Lando, I'd watch that. Hell, they should make a movie. Why aren't they just making a movie of Luke and Lando? I mean, because they'd probably recast them and have Pando Lando, Donald Glover. They'll have him on there, and who they're going to have play Luke? Probably not Sebastian Stan like everybody wants. They'll probably have, like, Alden Ehrenreich come back and say, no, I'm Luke now, too. I'm Luke and Han. And I'm terrible as both. Ignore me. He would have been a better Luke. Alden Ehrenreich, tell me in the comments and in chat here, wouldn't have Alden Ehrenreich, who played Solo, Han Solo, who was a side character in his own movie, he would have made a better Luke Skywalker. He didn't have the Han Solo arrogance or poise. He didn't carry himself like Harrison Ford. He was more like, what's going on? Ooh, can I come? Ooh, what's going... He was more of a Luke character than anything. And he was also just chasing tail. Cover not final. Ooh, they're just gonna Photoshop over some toy anyway, like they did the poster. He teased the book on Twitter, writing, so that little book I was working on, well, Luke and Lando chase Ochi of Bestoon. Is it Ochi? Am I pronouncing it wrong? Then they're gonna be like, you're not a real Star Wars fan because you only saw it in print. And try to rescue a certain family on the run. Star Wars Shadow of the Sith is out June 2022. A much lengthier official description is shared on the blog post reveals just who the young family is. It begins, Luke Skywalker and Lando Calrissian return in this essential novel set between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. Yeah, essential. They gotta fill in a bunch of gaps about how much shit that they threw in at that. The Empire is dead nearly 2 decades from the Battle of Endor, the tattered remnants of Palpatine's forces. I'm bored already. Have fled to the farthest reaches of the galaxy, but for the heroes of the New Republic, danger and the loss are ever-present companions. Even in this newly forged era of peace, it continues. It then details, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is haunted by visions of the dark side foretelling an ominous secret going somewhere in the depths of space on a dead world called Exegol. The disturbance of the Force is undeniable, and Luke's worst fears are confirmed when his old friend Lando Calrissian comes to him with reports of a new Sith menace. Which would have been nice to know before! See, now they gotta retcon all this. This is why the sequels don't work, because where the fuck did this all stuff happen? Oh, off camera? When you're giving us that kind of important information, right? The original trilogy works fine without the prequels. The sequels do not work unless you know this shit. You can't just sell me the DLC later and then tell me, oh yeah, so here's how we fixed what you complained about. I don't care now. I've already spent my money and I'm already pissed. All right, I've already gone to the theater, had to sit there around a bunch of people I don't want to be around on their cell phones or running up and down the aisles or whatever. It doesn't help 2 years after the fact, okay? And I gotta read the damn book, which I don't want to do in the first place, because if I wanted to read the book, I would have been reading the Star Wars books all along, and I would be even more pissed, because you threw those out the window, too. I'm the type of person, like, I want the movie experience, because I like the entertainment that way. All right? There are certain things I want to read the book on. And it's fine if you're a Star Wars book person, but this is a bit of a bait and switch, don't you think? You gave somebody a half-finished story with Rise of Skywalker. Finally, it hints that this family is actually Reys Family. Again, fleeing the Sith assassin Ochi after his daughter was stolen from his arms. Lando searches. I thought Reys Family were Palpatines, though. She was the granddaughter of Palpatine, which we already know. Lando searched the stars for any trace of his lost child, but every new rumor only led to dead ends and fading hopes until he crossed paths with Ochi of Bestoon, a Sith assassin, tasked with kidnapping a young girl. It then confirms that that is Rey and her family, and so why'd he act like he didn't know who the crap she was then? I guess he wouldn't have recognized her all grown up. But she wouldn't have recognized him, and then okay. Oh, I thought Luke Skywalker was just a legend. So now you're gonna have to go and retcon all the stupid shit from fucking Last Jedi and Force Awakens now. You're making me remember the stupid shit that contradicts it in the movie. And I don't want to remember the movie, because this is the last thing I want to do, is sit there and argue the little details and the canonical inconsistencies. Because it's tedious and it makes me angry. And I don't want to be angry. I want to sit here and play video games and have fun with my life instead of be mad that people can't do simple tasks like pay the crapping attention to movies when they're writing books that are supposed to tie them together. I'm supposed to not get and remember every single thing. I'm the casual normie audience member that just wants to kind of enjoy the story and have fun with Star Wars. All right? I don't want to sit there and have to be distracted by... And this is what doesn't work with Star Trek, too, for me. You have to be distracted all the time. See, I'm just mad because these movies aren't even good enough to even care about. That's the problem, too. Is like you took movies that were good when I was a kid, the original Star Wars trilogy. I wanted to see how they ended, and you keep adding shit to them that's terrible. It's like, can you just stop already? We already have... This is like the 32X all over again, right? You had the Sega thing, and then that's fine. You have the Sega Genesis. That's great. Well, then you have to add the Sega CD, and then you have to have the 32X, and then you have to have the this and the that. And then you have this giant fucking monstrosity of shit that you gotta hook all these pieces together just to play one goddamn video game. You know, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna throw that on eBay, I'm gonna just get an emulator and just have an easier time with my entertainment. I don't want to jump through a lot of hoops with my entertainment. I don't want to connect a bunch of dots with this stuff, especially when they don't care enough to keep it consistent. Because if you don't care enough to keep it consistent, and I remember shit, whether I want to or not, and this is at the point where I don't even want to remember a lot of this stuff. In Rise of Skywalker, the bones of the story were planted. Lando Calrissian explains to Rey and her companions, Luke and I were tailing an old Jedi hunter. Okay, so that was in this one. He was carrying a clue that could lead to a wayfinder. Fuck the wayfinder. We follow the ship halfway across the galaxy. This is like a video game. This is like the video game's plot that I skip so I can actually play the story and hope that the gameplay is better than this shit. This is a bad video game that I would skip the story for because, you know what, just give me the next mission. Alright, and now we need a thing to go find the Wayfinder, alright? So we gotta go and get on the side quest to go find the Wayfinder to go to this planet. That's fun, alright? Let me play the video game of that. I don't want to sit there and watch Mary Ray fucking Sue Palpatine, especially I'm supposed to see myself represented on screen. Because representation and diversity. Later in the film, Kylo tells Rey to search her memories, and she does. She remembers her parents leaving her on Jakku with Unkar Plutt. Then Rey asks her, why is Star Wars so goofy? It was Palpatine who had your parents taken. He was looking for you. Ren then tells her, who the fuck's Ren? Who's Ren? Ew! Is that Maz Kanata? Ew, that's gross. But they wouldn't say where, so he gave the order. The film then shows Ochi killing both of Rey's parents. Good. However, that film didn't detail is that while Lando and Luke were tracking down Ochi was tracking down Rey and her family. The new book's description clearly states that Luke and Lando were tracking down Ochi at the same time he's tracking down Rey. You made me not like Star Wars anymore! Disney, you made me not like Star Wars anymore. That's where we're at. Laura, OG Star Wars, you mean Rey Palpatine's family, which Ochi kills. So because Luke failed to rescue the family, he's responsible for Rey's family dying. What does this mean? So she's the one who pointed it out. So this is a book where he fails. Did they not know that I mean, like I said, they don't pay attention to their own shit. They're like, oh yeah, who the crowd, like, did they realize that they're gonna have to fail at the end? It's just another slap in the face. And well, at least they're taking Lando out with them. Not like they didn't make him Pando in the first place, but this is laughable. Star Wars, you're laughable. Go home. You just stop. It's time to pull the plug on Star Wars, I think. I think that it needs to go away for a long time. I mean, what we gotta have something to replace this. I guess Marvel is already doing that with the young kids, but you know, those were comic books first. We need something to come up out of nowhere to just. We need a new musical revolution because these movies are. No. We need another Woodstock out there. We need some sort of music that's gonna change the world. I think. I am Mecca, and I will see you guys on the next video live stream. And I'm going back to my live chat, so I'm not going anywhere, and you aren't either. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!